friendly nurse and health coach, and I'm coming to you today on some dangers of most energy drinks. The number one danger of most energy drinks is dehydration, because energy drinks have not got enough of plain water in it. They got carbonated water, which is carbon dioxide chemicals in the water. So dehydration is when your sodium level have gone below the normal, which is 135 to 145, and you have got been depleted of the sodium level in your body, along with your potassium and your other minerals. The main one is the sodium level in your body. You have sodium outside your blood cells, in your tissues, in your body. But when you get dehydrated, to compensate for the fluid that's not of sodium in your body tissues, it goes into your blood cells and make you swell. And that's why you swell your limbs and your feet, different parts of your body swell, and then you get a little drowsy, and it goes to your brain first, because your brain need that fluid, and your brain start going into your blood cells in your brain and make your brain swell, which is cerebral fluid build up in it, and intracranial your pressure, and give you a headache, dizziness, your balance is off. When you're dehydrated, your balance is off, and you dry skin, you have a lot of dry skin, you get restless, dry mouth. Your skin is dried out because there's no sodium there, because it's all pulled into the blood cells. So you get that drowsy, and you just don't feel right. You know it's something wrong. And when you get dehydrated, it damages your kidneys too, because your kidneys filter out your blood and remove those waste products and produce your urine that you need. So you got problems with your kidneys. You might get a UTI, a urinary tract infection, and you're dehydrated, and you just can't remember things because your brain is not functioning well, because it's lacking this sodium. And that's why the energy drinks does not give you enough water to keep your body balanced. Remember, 3/4 of your brain is water. 3/4 is of your body is water. So we need the water to keep our cells and our body in normal condition. So dehydration is number one problem of energy drinks. Not enough of water in them. Plain water. The number two thing wrong with most energy drinks are heart problems. It'll cause you to have heart problems because you ain't got no water circulating. You got a bunch of sugar contents, and the sugar cause inflammation in your body. You got too much caffeine. Remember I told you the sugar contents got to be, for women is 25 grams, 36 grams. If it go over 25 grams or 36 grams of sugar a day, that's when your body run into problems. And it will interfere with the heart acting like it's supposed to act. because of the sugar can cause some inflammation, swelling, red, pain, discomfort, throw your heart rhythm off, and you also got a lot of dehydration going on, and not enough sodium in there too. And you got the caffeine, which is over the dose most energy drinks have. Remember, 100 milligrams of caffeine in coffee, but when it comes to energy drinks, there's even more caffeine, because you got also another chemical that in the drink called guarana, and it's some more extra caffeine. So your caffeine build up. The more energy drinks you drink, the more caffeine build up in your body. We don't support to have over 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. Adult shouldn't. And from 12 to 18 years old shouldn't have over 100 milligrams of caffeine a day. And under 12 should not have any caffeine. So between the caffeine and the sugar, you're going to have some major heart arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats going out, palpitations going out in your heart, because your heart is overwhelmed at the caffeine and the sugar that's going in there, causing problems to your chambers of your heart, and ever since 2012, they've been discovering this. Over 20,000 people in 2012 went through the emergency room with heart problems. They drank a lot of energy drinks, they find out. And the number have been increasing since 2012. The energy drinks been out since the 90s, but they've been increasing everything in it that should not be increased, including the caffeine and the sugar, that it's been causing some major problems in heart, irregular heartbeats, blood pressure elevated, heart rate elevated, because the heart trying to compensate for the over sugar, over the caffeine and the bad chemicals that's being introduced in it. You got circulation problems going on, because the blood can't flow through the heart like it normally will flow through the heart. A lot of inflammation and stuff going on. 32-ounce drinks 3 days a week will increase your heart and your cardiac production in your heart. Over 32 ounces for 3 days in a row. That's what they discovered ever since 2016. And they've been discovering every year more and more. The more the drinks, the more the caffeine, the more the guarana, the more of the sugar. So it piles up and accumulates, and people are drinking more than they should be drinking of the energy drinks. You shouldn't drink over 5 to 7 energy drinks in a week time. That's when you start running into major problems with your organs and your systems in your body. It starts to bother. So the 32 ounce drinks, not 3 of them in a row for 3 days. You should not have it, even 3 in a row in one day, because it's you got more and more of sugar and caffeine and guarana, and a lot more of these glucose preservatives in your body. You got extra sugar in your body, and this is not good. It's messing with the production of your body and everything that our body was designed to do. So you got also anxiety. Anxiety, another major thing, because people are committing suicide every day, and it usually starts out with anxiety and depression. And they get anxiety and depression, jittery, just can't be still. Uh, it become like a substance abuse thing. So, because caffeine is very addictive. So you gotta have some mental problems, the mental challenges, uh, problems sleeping, can't get yourself together, and you're taking the energy drink in the first place for more energy, to be more alert and with it, but it can backfire on you because you drinking too much of it. Are you drinking the ones that got all the danger chemicals? Remember, the energy drinks also usually triple the sugar contents in it, is tripled compared to what's recommended daily for the sugar contents. 24 grams for a woman and 36 grams for a man. It's got triple those contents. 1,000 milligrams equal 1 gram. So you got everything tripled in when it comes to the energy drinks. Most energy drinks are putting out. And you don't want any kind of heart problems, because when you run into a heart problem, you're going to run into a lung problem. You're going to run into other problems in your body, because your heart pumps your blood to everywhere in your body. There was a girl one time said she went to the emergency room with arrhythmias, irregular heartbeat, palpitations. She felt weak, and she just had circulation problems in her body. Her feet and all felt numb and all, she said. And she was wondering what was going on. She had tingling in her fingers and her feet and all. And found out her blood sugar was way up, sky high. She wasn't even a diabetic. At that, she ain't supposed to have been a diabetic, I put it that way. She found out her blood pressure was up, her heart rate was up, her chest, she was having chest pain, chest discomfort. And they found out that her blood sugar was elevated. She became a diabetic. They told her to get off the sugar and see her attending physician. She just now getting herself straightened out with the diabetes part. She stopped all the energy drinks, because she would say she was drinking a lot of energy drinks. And she was even adding coffee along with the energy drinks. So she was like getting more caffeine on top of what's already was in the energy drinks. So she laid off all that and stopped the coffee and stopped the energy drinks, and her sugar now coming back to normal now, she says. So, I mean, if she hadn't went to the doctor when she had it and kept on doing what she was doing, she could have easily had a cardiac arrest. And there are so much young people now having a cardiac arrest, and they wondering what is going on. So that heart problem is becoming a major problem with energy drinks now. And the anxiety, the caffeine will make you shaky and restless. A lot of anxiety behind caffeine. Have you with that headache, can't sleep, can't rest, nervousness. And you taking the drink to get more hyper, more energy, and more alertness. Want to do those tests right in school. Want to stay awake. With more energy. But you're overdoing it and getting the wrong kind of energy drinks. You need the energy drinks with all natural and that have got some water. Carbonated water is not the first ingredients. Remember, the first ingredients on any product usually be the most in that product. So you look at the first 2 or 3 ingredients, you'll know what that product is all about. So anxiety was the third one. Insomnia, can't sleep at night, restlessness, irritability, and after a while it leads on to depression. You're going to get more and more depressed. And we got a lot of attempted suicide, and people are committing suicide because of depression. It could have started from energy drinks. It all could have stemmed from that. You got a taurine, another chemical that is in a lot of energy drink that'll make you all hyper and all, and you be feeling so good and a lot of energy, and then all of a sudden it's boom, it hits you rock bottom, and you feel like everything drained out of you. So taurine that's in the energy drinks will make you feel like that. We got another symptoms of energy drink, which is mental illness. It's getting to be a big thing that go along with that depression part. Your mental health has been challenged because you have deprived your brain of sodium that it needed because of dehydration, and you put a lot of sugar there called inflammation. So it's like your brain like don't know what to do anymore. You got gain a lot of weight, and that's called mental problem and depression. Called obesity. Sugar make you gain weight, make you want to eat things that you don't need to be eating, give you an appetite to want to eat the wrong thing. Sugar will. Diabetes was a big thing. Fatty liver problems. A lot of people got fatty liver problems. It's like the non-alcohol fatty liver problem, not because of the alcohol. They got it because their body have been deprived of a lot of the electrolytes, minerals that they need because they got dehydrated. They was, instead of drinking a lot of water, they were drinking a lot of energy drinks, which don't have the water that they need in it. So you mess up that liver, you got some problems, because that liver is like a factory to the body. It produces your bowel. A lot of people are constipated, and they wonder what's going on. If that liver not working properly, you're gonna have some constipation. You're gonna have some problem with your bowel. Come on now. So that liver also it produces the sugar and the glucose that we need for the body. And the glucose off whack, it can't produce the normal production of sugar and glucose. Guess what? It's going to overdo it because you're already putting more and more sugar in your body. It's feeding it. The liver also produces the clotting factor in our blood for us not to bleed out. So a lot of people maybe got autoimmune diseases of bleeding, blood conditions, and wonder what's going on. Any damage to that kidney will cause all of these abnormalities going on in your body. Your liver produces amino acid. Amino acid is our building block for our proteins. Now, proteins help fight infection in our body. And a lot of people got a lot of infection. I told you everything happened. People that's got chronic sickness and diseases, they usually don't die of the cancer or the chronic sickness and diseases. They die of infection in their body. Somebody just recently passed that I knew. They wasn't dying of really the cancer. I noticed looked like they got MRSA, that staph resistance, that they don't have cure for that attacks your body, especially when you stay in the hospital so long, long-term facilities so long, because it's in the atmosphere. Another thing, liver do it processes and store iron in our blood, and we need that. It stores iron in the liver. It gets that iron and store the iron that the body didn't need in the liver. The liver also manufacture cholesterol that we need to be these are all we need. Other chemicals to transport fat to parts of our body. The liver does all this. It converts waste products into urine in our body. That's how we get urine, because the liver is converting the waste products that we didn't need into urine, and we pass the urine out our body. Another thing liver do, it breaks down the medication and active ingredients that you need in the medication. It stores it right there and sends it wherever needed in the body. It's the factory of the body. We definitely need the liver. And signs of liver damages that yellow eyes a lot of people get at times when they don't damage their liver. Get that yellowishness, you get nausea, vomiting. My God. And sometimes they said over 75% of the time you don't see any symptoms for a while, and your liver can be damaged 75% before you even see any symptoms of damage to the liver. I'm like, wow. And that's something. Before you even see any symptoms of liver damage, it show like the swelling in your body and all. Before you even see any kind of damage of liver, or your eyes turn yellow, or your hands turn yellow, you see some yellowness, you already 75% damaged by your kidneys already before you even see these damages. I'm like, wow, before you even show any symptoms, the liver can be damaged 75%. Oh my God, I said, that's awful. You got 75% damage in your liver and don't even know it, and you're steady drinking all these energy drinks with all this stuff in it, and it's continuing. And the only thing you might notice, you constipated, you can't go to the bathroom like you need to go to, and the doctor ain't gonna think about doing liver enzyme on you right away. That's not a normal blood level that it usually do. So they only do that if you request it or they think that you might need it. So if 75% of your liver already damaged before you show any symptoms of it, that's awful. You're not gonna know nothing before your hands turn yellow or your eyes turn a little yellow, or you keep having the constipation, or your blood ain't clotting right, your sugar level going up, and you're gonna think other things going on, and it could be your liver damaged from overloading your liver on a bunch of sugar and all these chemicals, guarana, caffeine, and working out your liver. That's why everybody need to be doing intermediate fasting, at least once a day. A day of fasting is one to give that liver a chance to rest. If your liver don't never rest, it's overworking itself. It's overworking itself. There's going to be problems with other systems in your body. Energy drinks also have known to give people aneurysm at the brain too. That means they bleeding in the brain. There's a lot of people having aneurysm at the brain and dying. Some of them they catching it, but some of them are just dying from aneurysm of the brain. It could be the energy drinks that you've been drinking for a while, accumulating them. Seizures. A lot of people getting seizures. So there are some detrimental things that can happen on excessive, prolonged energy drinks with those bad chemicals in it and excessive sugar, caffeine in it. Always read your labels and see what's in it before you put anything in your body. Not only the energy drinks, for anything. You got to be careful. We're going to come back and tell you what you can substitute for energy drinks. How you can get that energy that you need. We love you. We want you to have a healthy and long, better life.